Welcome to Bear Pantry Talk. This is the sister channel to the Bear Pantry Show. This is where you're going to find honest reviews, exciting unboxings, do-it-yourself projects, and engaging commentary.
Oh, hi guys. Make sure everything's working here. Come back into the comments. Sorry that I'm looking away. Welcome, replay viewers. Welcome to the show. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I wanted to go live at the cooking page. But then the Holy Ghost said, go live at the other page because you abandoned it. And honestly, I didn't. The new year started and I had to get some things in focus. You know, at this page, it is monetized, but I don't make a lot of money here. I make like $25, $30 here a month. So I got to work at the other page where I make the income. It's not that I want to, it's that I have to, okay? So I was like busy getting things squared away over there as to what type of videos I'm going to be doing so I could get on a schedule, get like a template going of what I want to do, because it's not going to be all about cooking anymore. It's going to be more of lifestyle type things, and maybe you'll see us eating somewhere or throwing some type of cooking in there in the middle if we're cooking something. It's just going to go along with the day, right? Like we haven't cooked since New Year's Day. Make sure. Hi, Christine. Hi, Christine. Christine, thank you for popping into the private live, but I didn't say anything in it. I waited 5 minutes. Myrna said she was in it, but I didn't see nobody, and I think it was glitching. But I do want to do a private live for the 5 people that I invited, my mods, because I have a few things I want to get you guys caught up on. We haven't done one of those in an eon. I guess nothing exciting was happening that I had to spill behind the scenes. Yeah, so I did not abandon you. I'm at the right page, right? I'm at Bear Pantry Talk. Shoot, let me go see. Because Lord, yeah, I changed. Did you guys notice I changed my profile picture on all of these things? Because I was getting confused with all the profile picture being in that being where it says something went wrong. Hold on. Hold on. You guys can still see me, right? What went wrong? No. Let me come out of it and go back into it again. Okay, go to Bear Pantry. Go to Bear Pantry Talk. Because you guys are not talking to me, so maybe it's not working. Oh, nothing is wrong? Okay, there we go. There we go. When I went there, it was a black screen. Okay, so it's hot today in Southern California, but Dean was here earlier. Everybody's stopping by to get their fix of the new baby. So Dean stopped by and he said Tuesday we're supposed to have a cold snap. And don't laugh at us over here with our cold snaps, okay? Because there are parts of California that gets like super cold. But where we live down here in the desert area, we don't get like super duper cold. We don't get under zero and all this foolishness. But we do get down into the 30s at night. And we're not turning on our heater. I went outside to read the meter after the month ended, and it said we used like 51 therms. Normally for the summer, we use 37. I'm like, how in the hell did I use from that difference between 37 and 51 when I didn't turn on the heater? It can't be the stove or the oven because I use that all the time because I do the cooking show, right? So even in the summer. So we're thinking it's because we've had trouble with the water heater and we've changed 3 water heaters, meaning we threw away the bad one, got a used one, filled that up with 50 gallons of hot water. We had to throw out half that hot water when it started to leak, fill that 25 gallons back up, and then have to heat it up again. Then we had to dispose of the whole 50 gallons again to put in the second used water heater from the same place. I'm glad I didn't do a commercial for them. I was going to big them up and tell people where to go get their used water heater, but F that noise. They were nice. The prices were good and the people were nice and they changed the water heater with no fuss. But I have to drive all the way from here. Well, Joe has to drive all the way from here to LA, which is $60 gas. So that didn't turn out cheap after all. I could have saved that 400 something dollars with the gas and the heater combined and buy the brand new one at Home Depot. So I still had to go get the brand new one at Home Depot. 29, common for our winter. Okay. Christopher, happy new year. How you been, my darling? Christopher is one of my faves from long time. Man, my shoes dirty. Oh crap, I don't have to scrub the shoes. So, anyways, I named the thing "The Truth Is I Never Left You" because ever since Jada brought that dog in here, Evermore nicknamed Evie, I call her Evita Peron. That's my nickname for her, Evita Peron. And I keep singing that damn song in my head, "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina." She went into Jada's room, and so I was singing that line that says, "The truth is I never left you all through my wild days, my mad existence. I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance." She's trying to get into Cora's bed. She's pressing the envelope. And so I want the people here at Bear Pantry Talk to know I never left you. I never left you, okay? I know we were doing our lives, and then when the new year started, I just stopped. Oh, yeah, Jada, follow the puppy, Christopher. Let me put her at IG. So in case you are not, in case you have an IG, a lot of people don't have IG. That's her IG, and she's in a contest, I think, starting today or tomorrow. America's best puppy or best dog. I don't know what the hell the contest is. You know, we put ourselves in these things and we might not win, but we give it our best effort. But this year, we're speaking different things. For 2025, we're speaking that whatever we put our hands to, it's just going to grow like that. And if we put ourselves in a contest, we are going to get chosen and we are going to win. Last year, we came close, right? We went to Let's Make a Deal and we did get chosen. And I did play, but I lost because I got greedy. Nah, guys, Joe said if the prize is $1,000 or less, just go for the gusto. If you get zonked, you know, we're gonna be alright. But if it's so $9.99. So if it was $1,000 or more, then nah, take the money. Take the money and run, okay? So the year started off rough for Joe because he already got notice of jury duty. I don't know why they do this to this man every year. He is 67 years old and he's hearing impaired. Why do they constantly? Your baby was in here doing bad stuff.
No, no, I took my toothbrush, my toothpaste.
We're fighting over Sensodyne toothpaste in here. We had 2 tubes, and before Jada went to San Francisco, we gave her one for the front bathroom, and I kept the one in the back bathroom for me, Joshua, and Joe, because Joshua Joshua uses the same electric toothbrush, just a different head, right? And when she left, we sure went in the front and stole hers because ours was done. And she came back, she said, "What the hell?" I said, "Who goes out loses their turn. We don't got it. We got it. All right." Yeah, so I didn't leave you guys. I'm still watching everything that's going on with the politics. All right. I still have faith. There have been times throughout the past 2 months, I would say maybe a total of 3 solid days. So not all the whole day and then the whole day and the whole day. It's like 2 hours one day, maybe 3 hours another day, kind of like that. So I would say like 3 8-hour days. So 24 hours where I was like, God, are they going to do anything to save us? Because we're sitting here quietly and not protesting in the streets because we feel like Joe got this. Joe, they cheated, right? Joe. Joseph Robinette Biden. They cheated, right? And this is not just us being sore losers and having sour grapes. How is it that this man got the popular vote? How he got every goddamn swing state? How the hell is the voting over before we even vote? Something ain't right in Dodge. That man and that Teletubby, that space cadet, you know who I'm talking about? They don't did it, governor. They don't did it. So tomorrow is the day that they certify the votes. Is it over? You guys, tell me, is it over after they certify the votes if they certify it? Kamala, you say if we fight, we win. Where the hell you at? Why are you not fighting with us and for us? Oh, Christopher, I have to follow. Can you drop it in here? Christopher, can you drop it in the comments so I can follow you right away? It is hard. You know how I do it, Christopher? Because this is the only job that I do right now. I wake up with the mentality that this is my job. Like when I had the shop, the print shop, and that's where our income came from, I looked at this as this is my hobby. And I still was consistent because I really and truly was growing. When you're growing, success leads to motivation. When you don't have success, you're not motivated. Like if you're on a weight loss plan and you're going through that stagnation and you're not losing nothing, you tend to slip off and cheat. and then you put back on the weight. So, but when you get on the scale and you see that you've lost something, it's like, oh yeah, success is very, very motivating. You know what I mean? Let me go see Christopher Gardens. Let's see. Maybe I can learn some stuff from you, because we have to grow our own stuff, because they, child. Christopher Gardens. Jada, Christopher, say hi. And she saw your new boo. Christopher, why is he not coming? Christopher. P-H-E-R. Gardens. There you go. There goes my boo. Okay, I'm following you. I'll come back and check out some of this stuff, all right? I'll come back and check out some of this stuff. So I wake up every day saying, this is my job. And I said, if I was working for the man and I clocked in at 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm not supposed to leave until 4 or 5, and I'm supposed to do everything he tells me to do, this is what I really think in my brain. I'm like, okay, so I'm doing the social media work for this man, right? The man. And I clocked in and he says, today I want you to put up so much Instagram posts. I want you to do so much at YouTube, make a short, make a reel, make a da-da-da-da-da-da. I would have to do that if I wanted to get my hourly wage from this man, right? What away? Wait.
Go get more pee pads and stuff.
And what about the baby day?
Josh?
But Josh, are they watching?
Yeah, outside he's trying to get her food.
Okay, so you just going by yourself? Okay, baby. Be safe. I gotta make sure who's watching the baby. Yes, follow the link and vote for her. Voting starts tomorrow. Christine is on it. Yeah, so that's how I treat this job. I tell myself, if I were getting paid an hourly wage from some boss to do it, I would have to do it. And how I got that mentality is when I went to that church. Remember, I used to go to that church, and the preacher found out that I did YouTube. God, I don't know who the hell told the man that. And he found out that I did YouTube, and he came and he says, I want you to belong to a part of my social media team. And I said, what do I have to do? And he says, well, when I do the preaching, you stay in there in this little office and you listen to what I say to make sure I didn't say anything out of turn. If I said anything out of turn, you let me know. We're going to edit that out. Then we're going to post the snippets of the preaching on different social media platforms. And I want you to do that. I'm like, what the F? I have to do that for my own self. And now I have to do it for some church where I'm not going to get paid, except for them to go, well done, good and faithful servant. You worked in the vineyard. F? So I said, oh God, how do I tell this man no? And this man was very charismatic and I like him. I really do like him. I really did like him. So I said, okay, I'm going to go one day. So Joe sits in the sanctuary and I'm locked up in a little room with two bitches. Oh, I said I wasn't going to cuss over here. Two niches. Let me tell you where I got the word niche from. This little 3-year-old baby was asking his mom, are you a niche? Mom, are you a niche? Because the viewer said you are a niche. It starts at 9 tomorrow. Okay, thank you for telling me, Christine, so I could go and vote too. And so I was locked up with two niches with two old computers, the fat monitored one with the pale graphics card, whatever is in there. And so one is in front of me. No, two of them are in front of me. 1, 2, and I'm number 3. Tell me why my thing didn't have no sound. I couldn't hear what the man was saying through the computer. I had to hear him through the walls of the church, and I had to listen like E.F. Hutton to hear what the man was saying. No, the man had just told me, the preacher had just told me that he was going to be on a TV show, like one of those reality housewife shows or something. And he was supposed to play the role of a preacher himself. He was going to do a cameo. And he was, what do you call it? When he was lecturing the couple. What do you call it? Counseling? I say lecturing. He was counseling this one couple and he said their names. No, I can't remember the names for nothing to tell you the story. But then, because he had just told me earlier that day, because I went at noon to read the church messages. That's what I used to do. That's what I have a degree in, right? Radio broadcasting. So I can read voiceovers and stuff like that. So I went to read the church messages, and that's when he sat and talked with me. And so I went back that evening for church. See how much gas I was burning? So I went at noon, then I went back at 6, right? And so when we were there, I remember the names. Let's say he said Barbara and Joe, right? That he counseled us. And we have a weird last name. Then he said it in the service. And he had told me that he wasn't supposed to say it yet. that the producers would tell him when he can start broadcasting that he was going to be on the show and that he was counseling those people. And so he said it, and that's going to go over the airwaves. And it already went over the airwaves because he's live, right? And so now he wants to edit the snippets and so on and so on. And so the two niches in the room with me, one of them was the pastor's assistant. She never liked me, and I never liked her. And so I listened. And so then she came at the end and she goes, what are your observations? And I say, about what? He goes, did you notice anything that the pastor said or did that he wasn't supposed to say or do? And I said, well, I could only see him on the thing. I couldn't hear him. But he did say the name of the two people he is counseling on that one show he's supposed to be on. And I don't think he was supposed to say the name. And so she says, no, he didn't. He didn't say their names, right? So the pastor came in the door and goes, oh, Barbara. Well, he called me Sister Barbara. Sister Barbara, you came. I'm so glad you came. Oh my God, how did I do? I feel like he really looked up to the fact that I was doing YouTube. I didn't even have the 100K or whatever, but I had, quite a bit. And I said, I think you did well, but didn't you tell me you're not supposed to say the names? And the lady, she stopped me. She said, you said, she wanted to blame me now. She said, you said the people's name. I said, look at this niche though. And he goes, oh my God, I did say it. I'm not supposed to say it. Oh my God, pull the feed down. He had to pull the feed down off the air. Couldn't even leave up the live. And this lady, she wanted to get me and goes, thank you, Sister Barbara. That's why I want you a part of this team, because I see that you're very observant and, you seem like you know how to keep a secret. And that was the one time I went. I quit after that. I told him, I said, they set me up to where I couldn't even hear you. I don't have time to play church games. I got to do this for real in my daily life. And that's when I was going to that church like 8 years. He knew nothing about me and Joe, except we had 3 kids. And then my mom got sick and my mom died because I took her to the church for prayer. And so he sent his wife to my mom's funeral. My sister was so pissed because she came with a long scroll of shit that she had to read that he sent. Hear ye, church member, yada, yada, whatever. So I quit that day. But after that, he came and he started to question us as to what we did for a living. And I said, we're doing the bottle printing business. And he goes, oh my God, you guys do business in deep waters. He didn't know. Okay. So I don't like doing it for other people, and I have to do it for Joe. So my job this year is to get that water heater paid off in 6 months, because if I don't get it paid off in 6 months, Home Depot is going to come back and whop me in my face with all the interest on that whole bill. And I can't do that. I've already paid what I'm going to pay towards the fridge. That fridge came to 11 something. I gave Joshua $600. The kids are going to handle the rest of that. I got to get that water heater knocked out of the ballpark. So every money I get is going to go to the water heater. But then after that, every money I get is going to go to an iPhone for Joe, because I don't want them phone company to give me their iPhone, because they're going to charge me money from now till 36 months. And then I'm stuck. I'm stuck with them. I don't want to be stuck there. Okay. So anyways, back to this thing. Tomorrow, they're supposed to, the Congress, I guess, is supposed to certify the votes. I don't know what's going to happen to block Donnell from getting into office, from getting inaugurated and sworn in. But a handful of the readers that I'm watching are still saying he's not getting in. One of them is Cash Peters, and he's doubting himself. He says, I think my pictures are wrong. I think my fingers are wrong. He does this thing with his fingers where if he asks a question, he pulls the fingers. If it busts through like that, it's no. If it hooks, it's a yes. And I've seen that weird finger thing be right a lot of times for him. So I would say his fingers have been 95% right? It's not like 50%, 90% right. He says the pesky fingers are wrong. He says his pictures are wrong because he doesn't see how they're going to block him, but his pictures keep showing that he's going to be blocked. And then that Sterling, everybody bows down to him, but that man rubs me the wrong way. He keeps saying he's not going to get in. That even if the votes get certified, they're going to get decertified. Girl, I hope we ain't holding on to false hope. But that's all I can do. When my mom was sick, I just held on to hope, and she got better 2 times out of the 3 times. You know what I mean? So I'm still holding on. I did see a report come out that 21, either 21 or 30. Somebody said it was 30, but I think the actual report proved that it was 21 of the states have not certified their electoral votes, and they should have turned those things in since the 3rd. I'm not holding my breath on that because everything always goes right for that man. If you think prayer doesn't work, think again, because you see all them evangelicals praying for that man and he gets away with everything, right? We think, because I still think, this is just me with my little opinion, this is my theory. It might be a conspiracy theory, but this is my theory so far. I think that when that man from the head of NATO went to visit him at Mar-a-Lago, and he was missing for a good 8 to 10 days and nobody knew where he was, right? They said he was in the hospital or whatever. I feel like they gave him a time frame of his existence. I feel like they said, you've got this much arteries blocked, this valve is done shut down, your kidney is operating at so much percent, and pretty much we give you 3 to 6 months. I think they may have told that man that. And he goes, what? But I'm Mr. So-and-so. I got money. What can I do to buy back this health? And they're like, we give you supplements in an IV and hydrate you. But that's it. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I said them so lied. And all these terroristic attacks that's happened since the 1st, I feel like they're involved in it. I feel like they're behind it. Them meaning the MAGAs. That's what I feel. Because it's not us doing it. We don't go to no damn violence. So I'm not going to be watching no TV tomorrow on that episode. I'm not going to be watching no news on YouTube. I'm going to watch my card readers to see what the hell they saying. So all fun and joke aside, I spoke to one of my parents' friends yesterday, and he told me that his wife is not doing well. And I don't want to even describe who the people are, because I've talked about them here on my page before. You guys won't know their names, but I've talked about their how we're connected to them. So I don't want to give that description. Privately for my mods though, we'll talk, okay? I don't want to give that description, but the lady has dementia and she hasn't been eating for like a week now. Not even the Ensure. And so they said she's not doing well. I don't know what the recourse will be, but it really kind of affected my day yesterday. Every day that I wake up since the new year started, I've just been grateful, because I know that gratefulness is the key to more. I've been thanking God and just being in prayer, just meditating and praying. And every day has been really, really, really great, except the 4th, when I heard that bad news. And then I just kind of added her to the prayer list and continued to pray, just not just her, but her husband and her children and so on and so on. She was a good friend of my mom right up till my mom passed. Okay. It's dementia. And you know that they say that dementia is the 3rd diabetes. So they have diabetes 1, the one that you're born with, that's not curable. Then they have diabetes 2, the one that you buy. You pay good money for it because the junk that we eat, I'm working hard on not getting that. And then the 3rd diabetes is dementia. And that lady Barbara from TikTok says that dementia has a lot to do with the medication that they give you for cholesterol. So I'm telling you that if you have high cholesterol, lose weight. They say for every pound that you lose, you bring down the cholesterol by 1 point. First thing is lose weight. Like it's easy, because it's not. And you guys know I'm working on it daily. And set up deadlines. I've set public deadlines for you guys. You know, at the start of the new year, I was 179.6. At the 20th of December, I was 179.0. She went into Jada's room. And I gained 6 ounces from the 20th of December till the 1st. It could have been water gain, but I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at it serious, like I gotta straighten up because I want to weigh again at the end of this month. You know what I mean? Oh, I do have calendars for sale. 10 people in this chat. Christine, thank you for working so hard, my darling. 10 people in this chat. I do have calendars for sale. And where? Oh, she upstart. What's she doing? Oh, she cussing out her uncle. Okay. This is the calendar. It's digital. So it has the recipe to go with the picture for each month. Okay, guys. And if you wanted to pay money, you could pay money to have it printed by somewhere that prints calendar. I might do that eventually because it's a pretty calendar, but it's $25 to print. Girl, I need the $25 to pay for that thing. That's what I keep looking at. I need that $25 to pay for the water heater. Yeah. Valencia was the one that told me to do it. I said, oh, I don't want to do all this work because people don't buy crap from me. And then my sister was like, remember, you weren't going to say that this year? Remember, you're going to have a different attitude. And I go, okay. Don't beat me. Don't beat me. Don't beat me, guys. Don't beat me. All right. I just wanted to pop in to just, let me see the time. 25 minutes. We'll go for half hour. The puppy barking at Joshua because she's trying to eat Jada's sweater in the room, and Joshua's telling her no. Joshua's a strict uncle at this puppy, okay? Yeah, I wanted to pop in and let you guys know that I never left you. Argentina, I never left you. Can I tell you the story about Evita Peron? So I told when Jada said Evie for the puppy, and I said Evita Peron, and she goes, who's that? And Jada really knows a lot of history. But I was shocked that she didn't know who Evita Peron was, so we had to go look it up, and I showed her, and Madonna played her in the movie, and yada yada. And of course, Jada fell in love with this whole story right away. So she's trying to find that movie to watch it and do some work and, learn more about Evita Peron. But I just like that song, that Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I've kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. She was talking to her people, So I never left you. I'll be back here at the page. Remember, I said we're going to go here live daily until this stuff is resolved. And then once it's resolved, either way, we're still going to try to find different topics to talk. If you're a MAGA Trump supporter and you've seen the light, welcome to the channel. If you're still supporting Trump, bye. We don't need it. We don't need no stress. I don't see why I would show up at a MAGA page and start fighting with them. Just like the MAGAs like to show up at our pages and start to fight with us. Like, no, go with your own people. We're going to stay with our own kind over here. You go with your own kind over there. Okay? So, yeah, I saw that Liz Cheney got some big time medal. I mean, I appreciate what Liz Cheney did with the Jan 6 committee, but Liz Cheney is still a Republican when it's all said and done. And if they need her to help her do some shit, because her dad's a whole thug, then use her to get the shit done, but don't trust her. That lady will front stab you and back stab you. Ooh, child, I don't trust her. She voted 98% of the time with Trump when Trump was in. And after he did the insurrection, that was the bridge too far for her. And then she started to do the committee and yada yada. But she still blocked the committee from showing something that they wanted to show about something. I forget what it was. I remember she blocked the Jan 6 committee from showing something about somebody else. I'm like, she's still truly a Republican at heart. But you know what? That's okay, Joe. You could give her the medal. I saw that Hillary got a medal, Bono, Denzel, Magic Johnson. Jesus, with my medal there. And I'm praying for Joe Biden to pardon Michael Cohen. I'm still praying about that. And good job, Jessica Denson, for the 3 days of stuff that she did out there in the cold. Bless her heart. God, keep her safe from all hurt, harm, or danger that man could try to do to her. But I don't think the 14th Amendment is the way they're going to do it. I think they have to bring out concrete. I want them to bring concrete evidence. Honest to God, I don't want them to bring mediocre evidence. I want concrete evidence to prove that these people stole this election. I don't want, they didn't count 3 votes here in Nevada, or they didn't count 10 votes here. I don't want that kind of anomaly type thing. I want, see what they did? They put the thing in the machine, they flipped it. Musk did this, Trump did this one did that, yada, yada. This one's under arrest, that one's that's one indicted. That's how I want it to flow. And I have a question. I have 2 questions to ask. Can you guys put it in the chat for me before you go? The first question is, why do you think Trump is having a rally the day before he's supposed to be inaugurated? I really don't understand why he's doing that, because if you're going to be inaugurated and they're going to have you a grand party and a parade on the 20th, why do you feel the need to have a rally on the 19th? Is it because he wants to bring crowds there so he can have a bigger crowd than he had that last time around? right? If he gets inaugurated, is that the reason, or is there something more sinister? What do you guys think? Right? And then what was the next question I wanted to ask? There were two weird things he was doing. The about the votes. No. Shoot, I should have asked the other one first. Let's see your answers for that one though. Why do you guys think he's having a whole rally? That one really puzzles me. It's like, why are you having this whole rally though? And Myrna, I have to go back and watch Mary. Man, every time I love watching Mary because she's so interactive with her audience. And every time I watch Mary, somebody to call me. I'm like, don't call me. This is my time with Mary. Next time I'm gonna block everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There was another question I wanted to ask about him, something weird that he's doing. Like, what's the purpose behind this though? Oh, I know what it is. Why are they putting up all that fencing and high security in around the Capitol from now when the inauguration is the 20th? Somebody in somebody's chat said it's because 4 years ago there was a whole insurrection. So now this is the first transition of power since that insurrection. So they want to be safe. But safe from whom? Because if we the Democrats are in power and Joe Biden says we're going to have a peaceful transfer of power, then what makes Joe Biden and his administration decide I'm going to put up all this fencing for protection? There's nobody that's going to be there to fight. Mary's over 3 hours. Oh, I'm going to enjoy that. Hi, Hazel, darling. There's no he's scared about something people have been saying. Oh, can you share what people have been saying, or maybe you can't share it publicly, Myrna? If it's something that's going to get you investigated by the Secret Service, don't say it, okay? So why are they putting up that fencing? We are in power still, the Democrats. The peacemakers are in power. And we say we're going to give you a peaceful transfer of power. So we know that it's not Trump that's putting up all that protection, because he'd rather bring his thugs up in there again. So it's Biden and them putting up this protection. But why? Biden, why are you doing this? They're not going to come and fight and do an insurrection again. You said you're going to hand the reins over. So that's my question. Why are they putting up all that fencing and all that protection and stuff for this certification tomorrow? Do they intend to drop the hammer tomorrow? Saying, no, no soup for you. No soup for you, the soup Nazi. No, it was going up before Kiata funeral. Simply Smarter, I thought about that too, but I went back into my card readers that I've been watching, and they've been noticing that fencing was going up before Kiata died. When I was growing up in Belize, I'm 58 years old. I came to this country when I was 15. So when I was growing up in Belize, we didn't used to hear too much about American presidents because they used to teach us British history, not American history. And the first time I heard about an American president was President Ford. He was a Republican, right? And then after that, we heard about President Carter. And all we heard, our teacher told us, oh, he was such a good man, yada, yada. And then when we came to this country in 1981, Reagan was in power. And he was crazy. He was demented too. His wife was running the show. He did 8 years in dementia. Child, trickle-down economics. He did all that Arms for the Sandinistas thing there. That's why them people over there in that part of Central America can come here and claim asylum. They don't all get it, but they can come and claim asylum because Reagan effed up their country back in the 80s with that arms for the Contras and Iran thing and yada, yada, yada. So... Can you believe that, living your whole life and the first time you heard about American president was Ford? Preparing for something, but no one knows or saying anything. Media, okay. And I know they said he's pissed off because they have the flags at half staff because of Kiata, right? And he says when he gets inaugurated, he don't want a flag they don't there. He want a flag there. Oh my God. This man wouldn't have no power at all if people didn't get behind him and give him the power, right? And then these goobers, some of them are coming too, like, oh my God. Jory went to Walmart. He said they wanted $36 for 50 eggs, $36. I said, you sure you didn't read that right? Because at Costco, we get 60 eggs for like $12. We get 5 dozen for $12. They only had the pack of 18 for 5 something the last time. We didn't get that. We're going to wait. It's weird. Oh, the price of egg is too much, so I'm going to vote the felon in. You know, the adjudicated artist, we're going to vote him in. Yeah, he hates the flag anyways. I should go find a big pole and put up my American flag. I haven't put a so-called half star for Kiata. I heard one of the card readers say Kiata died now because he couldn't do anything from where he was, but no, from the other side, he can do stuff. Girl, somebody is doing stuff. Bird flu? Who the hell got bird flu? Oh, from the eggs? Oh, shit. Oh my God. Well, we're going to stop eating eggs. You know, when I had my old fridge, not the one that I just changed out, one before that, my uncle died in '02 and I had another fridge then. And every now and again, we would pass by the fridge and an ice cube would spit through the door of the fridge and hit us on the toe, right? And we all said it was my Uncle Les because his ex-wife at the time had a fridge that was doing the same thing to her, spitting one cube of ice. So we said it's him. So we changed that fridge for the one that just went out. We had that other fridge 10 years. And every now and again, that one would do an ice, but not as often as the first fridge, right? So we said, oh, maybe something malfunctioned in the fridge. Tell me why the new fridge is spitting ice at me. It spit an ice, and I go pick it up because I don't want it to melt, and I slip on it. And I'm like, okay, who is this? Is this Uncle Les or is this my mom, right? Trying to reach me. And I pick up that one ice cube and another one come boom right in my damn forehead. I'm like, okay, that hurts. That's not my mom. She wouldn't hurt me like that. Oh, you gone, Josh? Oh, she fast like a little rat. And so I feel like that one was my Uncle Les. But what are you trying to tell me? What is he trying to tell me? Maybe it's his son. Remember the one that died a couple years ago, the one that I had 0 Fs to give about? Child, maybe it's him. Maybe it's him. Mm-hmm. So I had a full day where I did a lot of activity and I didn't bend the knee and the knee didn't swell up. But then the next day, which was yesterday, halfway through the day, the knee got swollen. And so I banded it. Didn't get tight yet, but I saw the swelling. So I put the ace bandage and I slept with the bandage last night. And then today I don't have the bandage on again and it's looking good. So I feel like I'm getting near like total healing, but I still have to watch, and do. Yeah, they crazy. What the hell wrong with that egg price there? I got to call Jory and tell him it's because of the bird flu. So maybe when I go back to Costco at this time, I'm gonna have to buy the 18 for $5. What the hell? Nah, Joe gonna have to stop eating them eggs every day. I eat eggs maybe 4 times a month. I mostly like peanut butter. Peanut butter and toast is my favorite breakfast on this eating plan. I'm editing a video right now that will go up tomorrow to another vlog style thing. I'm liking those, guys. I'm really liking those. And then I'm editing a vlog for my members too. Thank you for everybody who joined my membership because that's all I can do. God, I don't know what else to give you guys. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So yeah, Joe has jury duty for the 20 something of this month, probably the 20th. I don't remember when. But if he calls and he has to go in, he's gonna waste his gas to drive over there. And then when they see that he's hearing impaired and he goes, huh? Huh? He upplays it because he can hear with his hearing aids. That's when they're going to go, okay, go home. So he goes, why the hell they like to mess with me and have me waste my gas to go over there? Like the people who served on the Trump jury for the 34 felonies, I would be effing pissed if I wasted my time to go sit on that jury, risk my damn life with these MAGAs trying to kill me, right? And then convict this man and he's still not going to get sentenced. I know the sentence is planned for the 10th and they still not going to give him no prison time. Okay, whatever the hell. But I do believe in karma. Even if you don't believe in God, believe in karma. Whatever you put out, come back. If it's good, it's going to come back good. If it's bad, it's going to come back bad. And this man has sowed a lot of bad. I don't want to hear no readout and say, oh, he's not here to do time for anything that he's done because his sole ties to America is to show us where we're weak. Well, we've been knowing we're weak. Didn't Kamala write a whole book, 10 pages in a book saying how easy our elections are to hack and how they would do it if they would do it like OJ? If I did it, this is how I did it. Kamala wrote a whole book with 10 pages saying that. We've been nude. We've been nude they could hack us. And we've been nude that they hacked us. The Teletubby did it. The space cadet. You guys know who I'm talking about. He done did it. And he knows he did it. They're pooping their pants right now, like, oh my God, we only have X number of days to get to the 20th, and we're in. Start the car, start the car, start the car. That's what they're doing. Only use whole eggs to bake or make potato salad. Girl, we're not gonna do no eggs at all. I gotta tell Joe, slow down on the goddamn eggs, because we're on the last 5 dozen. We'll probably have maybe 30 left in that thing. He need to slow the hell down. Because I wondered why the prices were so high. Thank you, Simply Smarter. Joshua didn't bring my water. I'm up to 3 of the bottles right now. The cups that you gave me. That was such, man. I had footage where I was just like crying from that gift, because I just love when people just know me and they know what would give me joy, and they go to such great lengths to give me some joy, and that matters. That's proof of love. You know, I always tell you guys about the 3 P's: provision, promotion, and protection. You know, you provided such joy that day, because that thing just looks just like the beach. I'm like, oh my God, you know, this is such a good gift. Jada's godmother, she had the ability to study me out and know my likes and dislikes. And she would go to the grocery store and buy groceries and bring everything that she knew I liked, especially if she knew I was having a bad day. And I'm like, girl, Shar, how the hell you know I like this brand? Because certain things I don't need to have a specific brand. I can have store. But certain things like the pineapple juice, I want Dole, right? For the shortening, I want Crisco. Because I've tried the store brand, it ain't shit. So I want Crisco. There are certain things that I just like a specific brand. How she know this? Huh? How she know this? So yeah, it's so pretty. And then Dean gave us, you know, those little lights that change colors. It's a little strip of it, but it can't stick. So I put it on a lampshade, and I put it last night, and it gave me great joy when I went to bed last night. Hola, Effie. ¿Qué pasó? Nada. I'm in a live on YouTube right now, but I'll wrap it up like in 2 minutes. Can I call you back? Alrighty, stand by. Okay, bye-bye. That's my cousin Effie. Oh, look at my mama. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm gonna start scouring now to see what YouTube's gonna have. I'm gonna start saving money now. I wanna go visit the lady that's ill. You guys, I wanna go visit the lady that's ill, but I'm gonna have to sell something, because every money I make is to go towards the first payment for that heater, that water heater. So I have to, like, this is how we have to do it. $60 gas, $140 for the first payment. Girl, we can't do nothing till we make the $140. So that's why I got to figure all types of stuff to make for sale. And I wish I could have things to sell at my website where people would want to buy it over and over again, and it's cheap enough. Like a small ticket item, like a $5 ticket item. You know, that people say, okay, I want to buy this. And they, like this calendar, people are going to buy it once and that's it. They're not going to buy it over and over and over again. You know what I mean? So I wish I had something like that for sale. If you guys have an idea of something like that that I could sell, let me know. Especially if it's something that I don't have to take down to the post office. Let me know, girl. Let me know. All right. So I don't know if I'm gonna do a live at the cooking page today, because it's getting late. Maybe I'll do it from the couch just to chill when I call my cousin back. All right. But moderators, stand by, because I got some stuff to tell you guys. Okay. All righty. You guys have a blessed Sunday evening. Watch your surroundings tomorrow. Can you guys promise me that? Even the people who come in later. I don't even care if you're MAGA. Watch your surroundings. Tomorrow might get crazy. There are people doing a lot of evil. We're not at the Capitol. That's not what we worried about. We're over here all scattered around, but people are doing evil stuff. And I don't know who's setting them up to do it, or if they're doing it of their own free will, but they're doing some evil stuff. Listen to the wind. That man that went out there and did the thing with the truck at Las Vegas, he was one of them. You know what I mean? Why are they doing this stuff? All right, guys. I'll see ya. Bye.